Hi guys, I'm going to take you through a quick workout on the step barrel or arc. You're going to need a theraband or a towel for one of the exercises later on. We're going to get started by sitting on the edge of the arc. We're going to start with some crunches, so arms behind the head. Make sure your lower back is pressed against the arc the whole time. Exhale to lift up, crunching up through that spine, and then arching back. Pressing your lower back down into that arc, scooping the belly button in, so your lower back should never be arched. Make sure those feet are firmly planted on the floor. Exhale, lifting up. One more here. Then we're going to go adding in leg raises, bringing one knee to your chest as you lift that chest up, and then plant that foot down, and then alternate, exhaling, scoop up and in. Make sure you're lifting that shin with that foot, that you're not just bringing the foot towards your bottom. Trying to lift the head and chest at the same time, exhaling as you lift. Make sure that lower back is still pressed against the arc. Two more here. And then take a little stretch back, opening up the chest and shoulders, relaxing the abs, and then sit all the way up. We're going to go into obliques now, so hands behind the head. Exhale, lift up, twist to the right, all the way back down, and to the left, alternating between the two. Make sure those feet are planted on the floor, that you're not rocking those legs side to side, that you're twisting with the torso. A few more here. One more. Now we're going to add that leg raise with the rotation. So lift up, twist, and back. So bring that knee up to the chest and then twist that spine. Keep alternating here. Trying to get that elbow to the knee. Last one here. And take a little stretch back over. Again, relaxing the back, the abs, opening up the chest and shoulders. And sit all the way up. This next one is going to be a chest stretch as well as working the abs. Sitting up tall through that spine, reach those arms out long in front of you. We're going to inhale and exhale, tuck the pelvis under, scoop those abs, roll back one vertebrae at a time. Reach those arms long overhead, let the head relax, stretch those fingertips long, palm is to the ceiling. And then open those arms out to the sides, circling around, gliding close to the floor. Bring it to your side, the head is still back. Then bring that chin to your chest, and then exhale, round up one vertebrae at a time, stacking that spine tall, and then sit up at the top. Take an inhale and exhale, tuck the pelvis under, roll one vertebrae at a time, reaching those arms up and overhead, stretching long through those arms. Then circling out and around. Try to keep them as close to the floor as you can. Hands come to your side, chin to your chest, and exhale. Use those abs to roll all the way up, and then stack that spine tall at the top. Tuck that pelvis under. Keep going here. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. Reach long overhead, circling those arms around, feeling a nice stretch to the chest and shoulders. Chin to your chest, and then keep rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Keep going here. Last one here. Tuck that pelvis under, roll down. Nice stretch long overhead, circling those arms around. Chin to your chest and roll up one vertebrae at a time, stacking tall at the top. And relax. Now we're going to grab your theraband or your towel. So grab the band or towel with both hands, stretch those arms out long in front of you, sitting up tall through that spine. We're going to start the same way. We're going to tuck that pelvis under, rolling down. You're going to extend those legs straight out in front of you. Reach those arms overhead. Now you're going to lift those hips up. Try to keep that head neutral. You want one long straight line between your hands, your body, and your feet. And then roll that spine back up, pulling everything in. Those knees come back bent, and then stack that spine tall. Inhale and exhale, roll back. Extend those legs as you roll back. Lift those hips up. Head stays neutral. Stretch long in opposition. And then pull everything back in, rounding up and in, stacking that spine tall. Keep going here. A few more. One more here. Reach everything out long, lift those hips up, reach long in opposition, and then pull everything back in, stacking that spine tall, and relax it down. Set the band down, and we're going to turn over to our side, going into some side bends. So you want the back of your knee up against the edge of the bottom of the arc, and your top leg out long, straight in front of you. Have your side up against the arc, both arms behind the head. Start to lift up, and then down. We're working that side oblique, keeping that top foot down on the ground. You want to squeeze that bottom leg into the arc, which helps stabilize and helps lift up a little bit. Last one, and then we're going to add in that top leg lift up. So we're going to lift the head and chest up, and then lift that top leg, and then lower down. So squeezing that oblique a little bit more, working that outer glute a little bit. One more here, and then reach those arms up overhead, taking a stretch through the side of the body. Reach that top arm long overhead so you feel a nice stretch. So we're going to lift up, bring that top hand on the arc, and then the bottom hand behind the head. Now we're just only going to lift that top leg up and then down, working that glute. Leg is straight. Try to squeeze that outer glute at the top. One more here. Now we're going to lift that leg up, sweep it forward, sweep it back, and then down. Lift up, sweep it forward, back to center, and then down. Keep going here, stabilizing the hips and pelvis. Last one. Now we're going to lift that leg up and then bring that knee into the chest and then kick it straight out. So bend in and out, almost like you're doing a step up but pressing against the wall, stabilizing the hips and pelvis. Last one. Bend your knee in and then lay it down. One more position, fire hydrants. So we're going to lift that top knee and foot together and then down. Squeezing that outer glute, only lifting up as high as you can without rotating the hips. One more, and then rest it down. Now before going to the other side, we're going to turn onto the belly. So you want your ribs on the front, on the top of the arc, and your thighs on the bottom Arms behind the head, abs are tight, going into back extension. We're going to lift the head and chest up, squeezing the back, and then lowering down. So make sure those abs are engaged the whole time. You're pressing your feet or your toes into the floor. One more here. Now we're going to add arm extensions. So we're going to lift the head and chest up, reach those arms out in front of you, hold it, bend those elbows back behind the head, and then lower the head and chest. Lift up, extend those arms long, bend it back, and then down. Keep going here. Last one, lift the head and chest, extend those arms, bend it back, and lower down. Pressing yourself up, we're going to switch over to the other side of that oblique. So bending that bottom leg, and we're tucking that knee up against the bottom of the arc. The top leg is straight on the floor. Arms are behind the head. Lift that head and chest up and then down. Squeezing that oblique. One more here. Lift up and then down. Now we're going to add that top leg. So lift the head and chest up, lift that leg. So now getting a little bit deeper into that oblique, a little bit in that glute. Last one. And then take a stretch over, reaching long overhead, stretching through the side of the body, reaching that top arm long. And then we're going to bring that top arm, place it on the arc. Bottom arm is behind the head. And we're just lifting that top leg up and down, working that glute. One more here. Now we're going to lift that leg, sweep it forward, bring it back, and then lowering it down. Lift up, sweep forward, lower, down. Stabilizing the hips and pelvis. One more here. Last one, lift up, sweep it forward, sweep it back, and then down. Now lift that leg up. We're going to bring that knee into your chest and then press it straight out. So bend in and then full extension, like you're pressing against a wall. One more here. Pull it in, extend, and lower it down. Now last thing, going into fire hydrants, lifting that top knee and foot, and then lowering down, squeezing that outer glute. Make sure the hips aren't rolling back as you lift the hips up. Last one, and lower it down. Now sit on up. We're going to face forward and we're going to go into a figure 4 stretch. So we're going to cross the left leg over the right and lean into that stretch, relaxing that left glute and hip. Take a few breaths here. And switching legs, cross the right leg over the left, lean into that stretch, relax that right glute and hip. And release. I'm going to bring the arc all the way forward because we're going to need the mat up against our backs because we're going to lay down. So you want to sit on it first, and then you're going to lay all the way back. And then slowly slide yourself down the arc until your upper back is on the floor, but the rest of your torso is on the arc. You want to hold on to the sides of the arc, bring those legs into tabletop. You're going to extend those legs out long and bend it in, pressing the back down into the arc, engaging those abdominals. You're trying to create a straight line with the legs, the abs, the ribs. Make sure you keep those ribs pulled in. Last one, extend those legs, keep them straight, and we're going to lift them straight up to the ceiling and then lowering down. Only go as low as you can without arching that back, so you're imprinting the back into the arc. Scooping those abs in as you lift up. Now we're going to draw big circles with the legs. So we're going to lower the legs down, circle them out and around, and back up to the ceiling. Lower down, open out and around, stabilizing the hips and pelvis. Keep those abs engaged. Now we're going to reverse. We're going to bring those legs up to the ceiling, open the legs out and around, and then squeeze them together. Open out, squeeze, and then lift. Imprinting that back, stabilizing the hips and pelvis. Last one here. And then we're going to go into splits. So extend one leg down, one leg up, pulse, pulse, and then switch. Pulse, pulse, and then lift. Last one here. Now we're going to go into helicopter. This gets a little tricky. We're going to bring that right leg to your face, left leg reaches long. Now we're going to open the legs out to the side, so right leg goes to the right, left leg goes to the left, circling up and around. Bring that left leg to your face now, right leg is long, and then bring it back up to the ceiling. Now switching legs, left leg comes to your face, right leg reaches long down. Bring the left leg out to the side, right leg out to the side, sweeping it around. Now the right leg is at your face, left leg is long, and then bring those legs up to the ceiling. Now continue alternating, right leg comes to your face, left leg reaches long, circling the legs out and around. Left leg is now to your face, right leg is long, back up, down. Now switch left leg to your face. Circle the legs out and around, stabilizing the hips and pelvis, going slow, and then bring those legs back together at the top. Now right leg comes to your face, out and around, and up to the ceiling, and left leg comes to your face. Now pull those knees into your chest, give those knees a little hug here, relaxing the back and hips. Now extend those legs overhead, stretching the hamstrings. Now bend those knees back in, and then we're going to slide ourselves down carefully off of the arc. So your head is on the mat, and your bottom is now off of the arc. So just rest your feet on top of the arc, and arms out to the side. Just slowly rock the legs side to side, feeling a nice stretch through the back and hips. You want to keep the shoulder blades down on the mat. The last one, and come back to center. Last exercise we're going to do is some bridging. So feet on top of the arc, hip distance apart. We're going to lift those hips up to the ceiling and then tap your bottom down. Lifting through those glutes, abs and ribs are pulled in. Make sure you're not flaring those ribs. 5 more here, squeezing those glutes at the top. Last one. Now going into single leg. Left leg is on the top, lower and lift. Squeezing that left glute each time you lift, just hinging at the hips abs are tight. Make sure those hips are stable. You're not dropping one hip over the other. This last one, hold at the top. Now straighten out that right leg, lower it down, and lift up. Keep those hips lifted. Don't let the hips drop. And lowering yourself down, switching legs. Right leg is on top, left leg tabletop, lifting up and down, pressing through that right hamstring and glute, squeezing that right glute each time you lift. Last one, hold it up to the top, extend that left leg, lower it down, and lift up. Abs are tight. Make sure those hips stay level. Last one, and lower down. Pull those knees into your chest, little rock side to side, massage out that back. Relax those feet. One more spine twist, arms out to a T, rocking the legs side to side. Keep those shoulder blades down, feeling a stretch through the back and hips, going slow. And bring those knees back to center, roll on up, and that is our workout, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys at the next workout.